What's up? This is Michael Rapaport. You are now listening to the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. I am back from stuffing my face over Thanksgiving weekend. Today, on a brand new episode, we are talking about going to see Creed 2. It was fucking fantastic. Steph Curry got into a little fender bender, but where's the asshole? Where's the motherfucker that ran into Steph Curry at? I want his head. Mark Zuckerberg, you fuck. You suspended me on Facebook again? Well, now you're getting Willie Hutched. All that and more on a brand new banging, hour-long, lovely I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Miles, Jordan, let me get something real nice, something real proper to start this puppy off. Fellas, confidence is important. Your confidence is important. My confidence is important. And sometimes one change can make all the difference in the world. Hair Club knows this. Hair Club understands this, and they are inviting you to be part of the Hair Club family to see how getting the most of your hair can change your life. I have hair issues. It happens as we get a little older. The hair gets wacky. It gets weird. Hair Club is the leader in total hair solutions with a legacy of success for over 40 years. Whether you're looking to revitalize the growth of your own hair or learn about the latest proven methods for hair replacement or restoration, Hair Club's professionally trained stylists, hair health experts, and consultants will craft a personalized solution to ensure you feel your best. Fellas, the hair loss struggle is real and can be emotional, but Hair Club is the solution to luscious locks. Go to hairclub.com/champ today for a free analysis and a free take-home hair care kit, all valued over $300. That's hairclub.com/champ. Brand new I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Have no fear. My name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo, a.k.a. the Jeff Ruland of podcasting, a.k.a. the Jake LaMotta of podcasting, and so on and so forth. I am so glad to be back on the golden mics of the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Listen, I hope everybody had a fantastic break. I hope everybody ate like the pigs that they are. Women, children, and men. Of course, you're supposed to stuff your fucking pie holes over the Thanksgiving Day break, but now it's over. Thanksgiving is over. Okay? Black Friday is over. I'm sick and tired of hearing about fucking Black Friday, Cyber Saturday, I don't know, Linchpin Monday, Toss Your Salad Tuesday. It's done. The fucking spam emails, the spam phone calls, the sales phone calls. Are you interested in saving money on Black Friday? How the fuck did you get my phone number? Everything's on sale, but everything's a fucking scam. They're stroking you in the front and they're jamming you up the back. I don't trust any of it. The emails, the phone calls, it's done. Listen, Thanksgiving is fantastic. Family, friends, it's all great. It's all fantastic. But now it's over. I don't want to hear anything more about the fucking sales. They got charge cords, ski jackets, surfboards, any single thing, toilet paper sales. I'm done. I don't want to hear any more about the fucking sales. We're moving forward. It's over. I had a great break myself. I went away to the desert near Palm Springs. I didn't even bring the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast microphones. And let me tell you something. There was at least 2 to 3 serious near emergency podcasts that I didn't know what to do. Couldn't do anything about it because I didn't have the microphones with me. But I had to decompress. Everybody needs a break. I needed a break, and I'm sure the fans needed a break from me. But here we are today. But I decompressed. I was out. I don't know if the desert has something natural in the crystals or the sand or whatever. It just sucks the fucking life out of you. I didn't think about anything. I didn't think about anything until Tuesday night. Tuesday night, as I articulated on the last I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast in great detail, I was planning on going to see Creed 2 on Thanksgiving Day. That's a fact. Thursday, the 22nd, Thanksgiving Day, I had my plans all laid out to go see Creed 2 first screening. Tuesday night, November 20th, friend of the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, Ben Baller, he texts me, "Bro, I just went to go see Creed 2. Shit's so dope. Have you seen it yet?" I'm like, "Have I seen it yet? The shit's not even out yet." He's like, "Bro, I went to a private screening with Michael B. Jordan. He had a private screening. You're going to fucking love it." I go, "Wait a fucking minute, asshole. First of all, Ben Baller, why didn't you invite me? Number one. Number two, was Sly there?" That's exactly what I texted this fuck. He says, "Ha, ha, 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 ha." He didn't answer my first question. Second question, he tells me, "Yes, Sly was there for Creed 2. I go, "You motherfucker." He said, "You're going to fucking love it." I go, "Well, I can't wait to see it. I'm going Thursday morning, first thing." He says, "Bro, it opens tomorrow, Wednesday the 21st. I go, "Oh, shit." Get on my phone, check my phone. Lo and behold, I was wrong. The movie opened on Wednesday the 21st, not on Thursday the 22nd, Thanksgiving. I tell my wife, I go, "Listen." I tell our friends that we are staying with in the desert, "Listen, guys, I'm going to see Creed tomorrow morning at 10:05 a.m. first screening. Day one, screening one." They're like, "Oh, well, yeah." But I'm like, "Listen, yeah. I don't give a fuck if you come with me or not. Listen, tickets on me. Popcorn and candy on me." They're like, "Popcorn and candy, it's going to be 10:05 in the morning." I go, "I don't give a fuck if it's 3:05 in the morning. When I go to see Creed 2, I'm jamming Milk Duds down my throat. I'm jamming M&Ms down my throat. And I'm eating Twizzlers the entire screening of the movie. I'm getting myself the biggest Coca-Cola they have. And I'm enjoying the experience." Again, sweetheart, my wife, I would love for you to join me. I tell my friends, Alan and Tammy, I would love for you to join me. But if you don't want to come, no sweat off my back. I know we had plans to go on a hike. Fuck all that dumb shit. I'm going to see Creed 10:05 in the morning on Wednesday, day one, screening one, period. It's your decision to come with me or not. They're all, listen, make your mind up. No offense. No problem. I'll Uber there. I'll jog there. I have no problem. You know how I get down. I'm going to the theater in a sweatshirt with some sweatpants, and I'm bringing a towel to keep around my neck, a la Rocky Balboa, Rocky 1. So they smartly decided to join me to screening one, day one, Creed. And I have to tell you right now, if you haven't seen Creed 2, go see the movie. I was totally fulfilled. It gave me every single fucking thing you could possibly want from the 8th Rocky movie. This is the longest running franchise ever. Fuck Star Wars. Fuck Superman. Rocky Balboa. Tuh. He spits on all of them. This is the 8th movie, the first movie came out in 1976. That's 42 fucking years ago. Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, get the fuck out of here with your funny looking face. Why was Tobey Maguire ever Spider-Man? I have no fucking clue. That's one of the biggest con jobs ever. How the fuck did Tobey Maguire get to play Spider-Man? But this ain't about fucking Spider-Man. This is about Rocky Balboa and Creed. It is excellent. It's excellent. And I realized Rocky, because this going to see Creed reinvigorated, and it's not hard to do. Let's be honest. It's not hard to reinvigorate anything doing with Rocky in me. I'm down for the crown 24/7, 365 since I first saw the first movie. We could talk about Rocky ad nauseum. And that leads me to this. We're doing the Rapaport Rocky Chronicles. The I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast has a soft plan. I haven't quite figured it out, but we're doing it. And we're doing it in the next 2 weeks to walk through every single Rocky movie. And we're bringing in special guests. Okay? We're bringing in special guests. Okay? We are going to walk through every single Rocky film. Now, let me tell you something. Apollo Creed, the actor Carl Weathers, he's alive. Talia Shire, Adrian, of course, she's alive. Burt Young, he's alive. Played Paulie. Ivan Drago, who I just told you I just met, talked about it on the last I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. He's alive. Milo Ventimiglia, who played Rocky's son in Rocky V, he's alive. The only one out of the group, Mr. T, he's alive. I'm not saying I'm going to get all these people. I'm just saying they are all alive. Brigitte Nielsen, she's alive. The only person, the only main character out of all the Rocky films who passed is the great Burgess Meredith, who of course played Mickey and who is also one of the founders and forefathers of the Stick Man Hall of Fame. But let me just say this. Creed is fantastic, and I realized Rocky 1 is in fact a holiday film. Of course, in Rocky 1, or just called Rocky, Paulie took the turkey out of the oven and threw it into the backyard. He infamously said, "You want some bird? Go in the alley and eat some bird. I want you out of this house." And then Rocky and Adrian, they went on their first date where they went ice skating, where Adrian ice skated and Rocky walked around the rink because he can't skate, because he couldn't skate. And the rest is history. We're going to go into all those details on the Rocky Rapaport Chronicles going forward. But Creed 2, it's like a slow pitch. It's seriously like, it's like going to McDonald's, Burger King, a home-cooked meal. You know what you're going to get. It's not going to be any different from the last time, but it's going to make you feel fantastic. You know what's coming. You know the beats. You try to avoid them, but you just can't. I probably was crying in the first 20 minutes. I cried multiple times during Creed 2, multiple times. At one point, I had to contain myself so I didn't like heave cry, which is embarrassing. A grown man shouldn't heave cry at any film. No film. No film deserves, maybe Schindler's List. Maybe something like Schindler's List should make a grown man heave cry. I'm not talking about like a little tear comes down your eye. I'm talking about like that shit. That almost happened to me in Creed 2. My wife, she cried. My friends, they also cried, but not like me. They maybe their tears welled up in their eyes. Not like me. I'm fully invested in Creed 2. Rocky Balboa is as Americana as baseball, apple pie, chocolate and vanilla ice cream, whatever the fuck you equate with Americana. He's so good. Sylvester Stallone is so good at playing that character. And why shouldn't he be? He's been playing the fucking character on and off for 42 fucking years. Do you understand that the first film came out in 1976? Do you understand how long he's been playing this character. He's got that shit down to a fucking science, and he knows how to turn it up, turn it down, and manipulate. And I'm not using manipulate as a bad word. He knows how to manipulate the audience's emotions through the character of Rocky, and it works like a fucking charm. And I am the easiest of the easy sells there are out there. Michael B. Jordan was fantastic. The girl who plays his wife or girlfriend, great. Ivan Drago is back. I'm not giving away any secrets. Let me tell you something, people. Let me tell you something. There are some beautiful cameos in Creed 2. Trust me. There are some fantastic cameos in Creed 2, but we all know Drago is back. His son is back. And I'll just say this, Creed 2, in my opinion, now I've only seen it one time, and I was whacked out of my fucking tree. Seriously, on Milk Duds, a ginormous Coca-Cola, Twizzlers, and M&Ms. I was fucking hyped to go see this, as you could tell. You could probably hear it in my voice that I was excited to go see it. That's not hard to tell. It lives up to all the things I wanted, all my expectations, and more. And in my opinion, I'm going to see the movie again in the theater. And then, of course, I'll watch it endlessly over and over and over on iTunes, or maybe I'll get the screener because it's screener time. You know, big time actors like myself, we get all the movies sent to us. We call them screeners. That's what the big time actors call them, industry people. But I honestly think that Creed 2 somehow, some way, is even better than Creed. I'm telling you, I don't know how the fuck they keep doing it, but the thing is, they're not trying to flip the script. They give you the straightforward formula, and it just works. It just fucking works. Michael B. Jordan is a fucking star. Shout out to my main man, Wood Harris, who's got a nice supporting part in the film. Need to get him on the podcast. And talk all things Rocky, all things Creed 2 with him. But listen, I give it 5 fists up. 5 fists up. I highly recommend it. I'm trying to start a Rocky group. Now, I don't know if there's that many fucking lunatics out there like me who are grown-ups who want to participate in it. I know that I'm a little extreme, but I would like to find like some sort of Rocky forum. Now, I don't think I'll be able to do this face-to-face. If anybody has any suggestions how we can do this online, like a shared group or some sort of but I don't want to just do like messages. I want to we all talk we act out scenes, something, because I want to, my wife, she's like, oh, she talked about it with me for 15 minutes, and then that was the end of the discussion. She didn't want to keep going on. And I was like, well, what about that scene? What scene did you cry the hardest in? She had enough. To them, it's a movie. They like it, they enjoy it, and they move on. For most people, it's like that. I get that. But I live it. I breathe it. I don't question it. There are 2 things, little things that I wanted from the movie that I will not discuss now. I want everybody to see it. I don't want to give anything away. I want everybody to enjoy it because from the bottom of my heart, it's just a great movie-going experience, and I had a great time seeing it. And no, Ben Baller, you. I didn't get to go to the fancy, slick dick Michael B. Jordan private screening with Sylvester Stallone. And to be totally honest, I don't think I could have handled that. I literally do not think I could have handled that. Yes, I worked with Sylvester Stallone for about 3 months. 3 fucking months on Copland. Yes, he did scenes for me from any and every Rocky film that I chose. And I would do Rocky and he would play the other characters. I've talked about it at nauseum. But as much as I got to talk to him about Rocky, honestly, I had to be professional. I had to be a professional. So yeah, we would talk about Rocky, but at the end of the day, we're there to do Copland. If I got to watch Creed 2 with Sylvester Stallone, I don't think my fucking heart would take it. I don't think I could take it. I think I would literally fucking pass out. That's it for Creed 2 for now, because the Rocky Rapaport, the Rocky I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast Chronicles are coming, and there will be special guests. I want to give a shout out to friend of the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, Paul Wall, baby. OG Paul Wall from Houston, who got into a car accident over the holiday weekend. And fortunately, he's okay. His family is okay. But I heard about it online. I was a little late. But I want to give a shout out to him. Thank God you're okay. Thank God your family is okay. And as you know, Paul Wall has become an I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast Sick Fuck of the Week connoisseur, not to be confused with the Sick Fuck of the Week whisperer, my guy Mike Schaefer, and not to be confused with any of the other fans who send in endless suggestions for Sick Fucks of the Week. But OG Paul Wall has really latched onto that and he's got a nose for it. He sniffs them out and he sends them to me. But thank God you're okay. And thank God your family is okay. Thank God your son is okay. And thank God that everybody in that, what is it called? The Splinter van. He was in a Splinter van and got T-boned by some fuck down in Houston. And that's my biggest fear over the holiday weekend is accidents for people, for myself, for everybody else. Because you hear about those terrible accidents that happen over the holidays. And you know, there's drunk driving, there's excitement, there's stress, there's traffic, and these terrible things happen. So thank God he's okay. Also over the holiday weekend, a couple of days ago, Steph Curry got into an accident in his Porsche on his way to shoot around. And fortunately, he's okay. This happened in the Bay Area. His car was a little dinged up. I think the fender came off. But he's totally fine. But could you imagine being the fucking jerk off that runs into Steph Curry in San Francisco? The asshole, the fucking dummy, the dumb fuck who gets into a car accident. You get into a car accident, and as you get out to go, I'm sorry, you realize, holy shit, it's the fucking golden child himself, Steph Curry. You must have felt like such an asshole, you dumb fuck you. Were you texting and driving? What the fuck are you doing? Steph Curry's on the road and you run into him, asshole? Steph Curry, whose last name rhymes with Flurry. Thank God he's okay. I would love to find the prick that rammed into Steph Curry on the way to practice. He's already coming off an injury. Like, I think he's got a hammy or like a tweak something. No big deal. The last thing we need is this fucking guy to be out 6 to 8 weeks with whiplash because some prick doesn't know how to drive. I Am Rapaport Podcast. A lot of good hip hop has come out in the last few days. This record, Still 1982, by my guy Static Selector, who's produced for everybody. Action Bronson, Sean Price, Prodigy, tons of people. Another sort of like, you know, known but not totally known, but very, very well respected producer. Static Selector and Terminology, another dope dude. I don't want to say underground, just one of those guys that, like, you know, if you know, you know type of dude. They came out with a dope-ass record called Still 1982 with a bunch of people rocking on there, a bunch of people rhyming on there. My favorite joint on this record so far is called It's On You with my man Little Fame of MOP and some chick named Haley Supreme. Yo, play a little bit of that, Miles.
Took a shot at the game, y'all call it gambling. y'all took it for granted and left behind stranded. Fuck that, I took advantage. The game's underhanded, it turned me to a savage. I grip up and burn a nigga cabbage. I disconnect those bugs, disconnect your plug and disconnect your mug. I'm an animal, from the roof to the basement. Fuck a doctor, I will give your ass a facelift. This is more than rap, fuck a multi-track. On site, get your cho detached.
It's On You, still 1982 from Static Selector and Terminology. I like this record. This record is dope. You should check it out. It's like low-key smackers, slow-mo smackers. Definitely check this record out. And then for me, the much anticipated follow-up to Black Thought of the Roots' first record this year called Streams of Thought Volume 1, which was produced by the great Ninth Wonder, who also put out a record, a collab record over the weekend, which is dope. It's dope also. Some like dope hip-hop, R&B type of shit. That record's called Ninth Wonder Presents Jamala is the Squad, Volume 2. Bunch of dope people are on that. Conway, Pharoah Monch. Everybody knows Pharoah Monch. Dun, 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 dun. Get the fuck up. Dun, 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 dun. Simon Says, get the fuck up. Busta Rhymes is on it. Rhapsody is on it. J. Cole is on it. Black Thought is on it. That's a dope record. But Streams of Thought Volume 2 with Black Thought, and this time Salam Remy, who's a dope, another guy is a dope. Listen, I don't expect everybody to know all the producers. I certainly do not know all the producers. Salam Remy's produced a lot of shit. A bunch of bangers for Nas. He's worked with Common. He's worked with fucking Mos Def, Talib Kweli. He's been putting out shit for years. Bangers. Jay-Z. I mean, he's just like one of these dudes you don't really see. You don't really know about. He's dope. So Streams of Thought Volume 2 with Black Thought and Salam Remy is out. It's dope. You know I love the first record, Streams of Thought Volume 1. This shit is Smacker City. Punchers. My favorite joint off that so far is this joint called Streets. Miles, play a little bit of that Streets from Streams of Thought Volume 2.
That shit hard. I said, my cranium is vibranium. My brain is uranium and titanium. 45s who aiming them, organize the stadium. Tell them, take cover, I warned you not to play with them. Them borderline war crimes, you gotta wait with them. Who came to save the day and brought the K with them? To read the people's chant from the equal team, trying to keep it clean. Long as all my people solid dean. I've been in the music scene long as Alan leads, making salaries, still accumulating calories, demonstrating how to breathe. Senegalese, Genovese, I've been a reason to freeze. Read G's in the league on my own, getting cheese. I will hurt Hercules, I will murk most MCs. I'm the last one to show up, the first one to leave the crime scene. The I've seen, Salam theme, the ridiculous rhyme scheme, the stick to the grind gene, the hell with the hygiene. It's a dirty bomb, word is 7:30 time. Disaster level 9/11 meets 11:9. Catastrophe beyond incredible, I redefine the seventh sign. Faster, scarier, mass hysteria from Damascus, Syria to Middle America school cafeterias and cul-de-sacs. I told you that the boss is back.
So hip hop is not dead. There's a lot of good shit out there, and I'm enjoying it. And you know, I'm one of the big time frontline shit talkers to say that hip hop is dead when I feel like it's just stagnant and whack. What else is going on? The other day, the BET Soul Train Awards gave my girl, I love fucking Erykah Badu. They gave her an award. Erykah Badu performed. And Erykah Badu is just a bad motherfucker, man. She's just a badass motherfucker. I was listening to Erykah Badu all day today in the car, driving around crowded ass, traffic riddled Los Angeles. And do not take Erykah Badu for granted. Definitely go through the Erykah Badu catalog because it doesn't age. Shit's just dope, and she's just a unique, cool person. Well, I've actually never met her, but we're friends. Like we're like text friends and FaceTime friends, and we have mutual friends in common. But I fucking love Erykah Badu, and she performed at the BET Soul Train Awards, and you could probably catch her on YouTube. Shit's dope. She's never not good live. What else is going on? I got a lot to talk about. I got a lot to fucking talk about. Some things I just can't even talk about. I beat the shit out of a guy named Brent Hatley from the Howard Stern show. If you listen to the Howard Stern show, you know who this fucking guy is. And if you don't listen to the Howard Stern show and you could give two shits about fantasy football, this has really nothing to do with fantasy football. Me beating the shit out of this guy, Brent, in fantasy football has very little to do with fantasy football and a whole bunch of things that have to do with the human condition, human behavior. Fantasy football will reveal the basic qualities of human behavior and the human condition. This fuck, Bold Brent, this bold motherfucker, he's got a calloused, bald head, okay? And he thinks he knows everything. He threatens to do citizens arrests. He's one of those fucking guys. Now, I think he's a good guy. I've known him at the Howard Stern show for years. Always been cool with me. Always been very nice to me. And to be honest, his team got out to a big lead on my team. Of course, my team is named Rapaport's Delight, a.k.a. There Will Be Blood, a.k.a. That Thing's Big, a.k.a. Make It Stop, a.k.a. Take It Out. That's the name of my team. I'll be honest, I thought his team was going to win. I needed a miracle. I needed some great play from some great players. Lo and behold, I got great play from great players. But before that, Button Dick Brent, that's his new name. Button Dick Brent was talking all kinds of shit. I'm going to shut you up. We're going to beat your fucking ass. You know you're going to lose. This, that, and the motherfucking third. Well, lo and behold, Button Dick Brent. Things change real fast in fantasy football, and they changed real fast this weekend, didn't they, you fuck? My team came back like a fucking bad motherfucking cough, like the plague, to fuck you. Fucked his team down. Then so I'm start texting him. I'll be honest. I started texting Brent, bald-headed Brent, and I started saying, what I say. I start to say things. I started to say, I've just taken your brown star. I'm opening up your balloon knot. He's like, whoa, those things are weird. Like, those things are gay. Are you homophobic? I'm like, I'm not homophobic. I'm telling you that I'm violating you sexually right now. How could that be homophobic? I'm enjoying myself. Maybe you're homophobic because you're not comfortable with what's happening right now, which is me all up in your ass. Are you uncomfortable with that? Because I'm totally comfortable with the fact that I took your brown star. I'm totally comfortable with the fact that you walked away leaking. Listen, I don't want to get any more graphic than I just did, but fantasy football brings out this kind of behavior. It really sort of accentuates the good, the bad, and the ugly and the human behavior. I personally think his behavior was ugly. I personally think his behavior was bad. I call Brent, Button Dick Brent, we call him a sore loser with a sore asshole. Boom. Ha 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 ha. You fuck you. My team beat him so bad that last night for Monday Night Football, 3 of my players, I could have benched them. I came back and beat him from such a deficit that I could have pulled 3 of my players. I beat him 7 players to 10. Okay? That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know is that I beat Button Dick Brent. And I call him now Button Dick Brent Berry. Because I said, listen, little snowflake, you little snowflake fuck. You want to whine and cry? Quit the fucking league. Quit the league, snowflake, you little melting fucking snowflake. Just quit. Quit. Complaining about everything. I said, if you beat me, you wouldn't be complaining, you fuck, would you? No, you wouldn't be complaining if you beat the Gringo Mandingo. If you beat Rapaport's Delight, you'd be celebrating in the street. Your life would not be any better. And I thought you were going to beat me. Thought this motherfucker was going to beat me, but that is the beauty of fantasy football. Never give up. Never fucking give up, because when the tide turns, it's a fucking tsunami of fantasy football points. Shit. So the other thing that happened, you like that transition? I just go from fantasy football to the other thing that happened. Hey, I gotta snap out of it at some point. Gotta fucking snap out of it at some point. This whole Dwight Howard situation, that people have been you need to do something, you need to say something, you need to rant about this. Listen, Duke, I ain't got jack shit to say about this Dwight Howard situation. Whoever doesn't know about Dwight Howard situation that's went down and doesn't know who Dwight Howard is, I can't help you with that. But long story short, Dwight Howard is a NBA star. He's sort of at the end of his career, but he's a star. He at one point was probably top 2, top 3 biggest stars in the NBA. Certainly a candidate for a Hall of Fame induction at some point. But we're not talking about his on-the-court stuff right now. We're talking about some of the off-the-court rumors that have come up. In the last 72 hours, we don't know if it's true. This is the most ratchet, low-down, dirty, gutter shit that I think I've ever heard about in sports. I mean, this is some low-down ratchet at the bottom of the mud. Like, this is like the shit in the mud. There's a rumor going around, some voicemails going around with a transsexual. I could give a fuck about the transsexuality. I support everybody. I've said it once. I said it a million times. I grew up in New York City. Okay? Been around transsexuals, homosexuals, trisexuals, pansexuals my entire life. What you do is what you do. I could give a motherfuck. But the internet damn near broke. There was a transsexual, I don't even know this person's name, who was saying she was being threatened because she has had a relationship or a phone sex relationship or a sexting relationship with Dwight Howard, or there's been some transsexual parties that Dwight Howard was been at. And now she's getting threatened. This, that, and the other, and there's some voicemails, and his pastor, I don't even know what I can't even make heads or tails of this shit. I can't even make heads or motherfucking tails of this nonsense, and I don't care. It's so messy. And the crazy thing is, it came and then it went, no Bruno, and now it's back again. But it's just beyond the scope of anything that I could even wrap my head around to talk shit about. It's so crabs in a motherfucking bucket. I can't even wrap my fucking head around it. But if you want any more information on it, look it up. Look up Dwight Howard 6'11" power bottom. That's what they're calling him. A fucking power bottom. Those aren't my words. That's what the internet is calling Dwight Howard, NBA power forward. They're calling him a power bottom. And you make heads or tails of this shit, because I got nothing to say about it.
I am Rapaport Podcast.
Let's be real. Let's be honest. Betting on sports makes everything a little bit more interesting. I am giving you my favorite NFL picks of the week at sportsbetcollective.com with commentary you will not find anywhere else. The first pick is free, and sign up for the newsletter with free weekly picks from top experts, giving you a great betting advantage on the latest NFL, college football, NBA, college hoops, and hockey games that are going on right now. I am joined by a credible cast of sports media experts, professional sports bettors, retired athletes, and sports-obsessed entertainers. So whether you are a seasoned shark or a total sports bet beginner, sportsbetcollective.com provides an affordable way to help you beat the odds no matter what the size of the bet is. Catch all of my picks, and you know I don't play. You know I win. You know the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast Think Tank always wins when it comes to sports. Go to sportsbetcollective.com. Bookmark that shit. Trust me. So I finished this Clinton Affair documentary, 6-part documentary on A&E, which I talked about watching the first or second episode the other day with Monica Lewinsky. And I highly recommend this shit. It's dope. It's very well done. It's not boring at all. It's informative, and it doesn't talk over the layman. I am the layman. I am the brick when it comes to politics. That rhymed. I am a brick when it comes to politics. That's the chorus to a new song. I don't know anything. I know fucking nothing. So this is very informative, and the centerpiece is, of course, the Monica Lewinsky affair. But then it just breaks down everything that was going on around Clinton, everything that was kind of going on, not everything, a lot of things that were going on before Bill Clinton was president, and how this affair was the centerpiece of what inevitably got Bill Clinton impeached. The motherfucker got impeached. So I really highly recommend it, because it's just, you know, for all the shit that's going on, I'm trying to educate myself, because I haven't been Mr. Politics at all. And that's not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. That's just my truth. I don't know shit about politics, but you know how I feel about Dick Stain, Donald Trump, and all that stuff. So it's good to, I think, educate yourself and learn and just kind of get some history and context and all that stuff. And the Clinton Affair, the A&E documentary, it's probably on demand. It's probably replaying. It's very, very good. And the one thing that I did learn and that I did realize from this, which is like six pieces, 6 parts. I believe it's 6+ hours. I don't think each one, it's not 12 hours. Like, yeah, 6+ hours. And again, it's not boring at all. And it's not highfalutin. It's very basic. And all the people are in it. That fuck Ken Starr is in it. Paula Tripp. Remember her? Big Nose Paula Tripp. Yeah, I call her Big Nose Paula Tripp. I don't like her. I don't like her agenda. And I don't like her agenda based on the 6 hours that I just watched. Fucking bald Ken Starr, I didn't like him or his fucking goblet turkey neck. Bill Clinton is a motherfucker. Hillary Clinton is a motherfucker. Yo, Bill Clinton is a motherfucker, boy. He's a motherfucker, man. But the thing that I did take away from it is, number one, Monica Lewinsky, she didn't do anything wrong besides sleeping with a married man. And she was young, and listen, I ain't judging that shit, okay? I'm going to just leave it at that. I ain't judging that shit. And I'm not even judging Bill Clinton for being a married man, sleeping with a young girl. But the media was ruthless. The press, all the talk show hosts, Conan, Bill Maher, Jon Stewart, David Letterman, the entire snowflake factory was ruthless. They've all turned. They're all woke now. They show clips. They were shitting on Monica Lewinsky, who at the end of the day, when this was going on, was a 22-year-old girl. She was a 22-year-old girl. And what I learned from this 6-hour Clinton Affair thing on A&E is that Monica Lewinsky was ride or die. She wasn't trying to bring down Clinton. And if you don't know much of the story, which I didn't, I'm definitely not talking down to people like I'm Mr. Know-It-All. If you don't know much about the story, but I learned a lot about from this documentary series, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Monica Lewinsky was trying to keep her mouth shut. She tried to do every single thing she could to avoid spilling the beans on what was going on. As grimy as it fucking was between her and Clinton, she wasn't the one who started to she's not the one who quote unquote ratted him out. She's not the one who fucking ratted him out. The one who's the motherfucker, who's not in the documentary, and I can understand why she's not in the documentary. She's probably fucking hiding under some rock, under some hole, in some fucking hovel somewhere, is that bitch. And I don't like to use that word, but she is a fucking bitch. She's an asshole. She's a true rat. She's ruthless. She's the one who brought down fucking Clinton. That motherfucking Linda Tripp. Linda Tripp is the motherfucker. And I don't know. You should check it out. It's really, really good. It's really, really informative. But Monica Lewinsky's story, the way she's sort of like the way most of us think about her, she wasn't the bad guy. Aside from sleeping with the president, who was a married man, yes, a 22-year-old, yeah, I could say she should have known better. Clinton, absolutely. That motherfucker should have definitely known better. Linda Tripp is she's the bad guy in all this shit. But it's a really good, dope thing on A&E called The Clinton Affair. I really liked it.
I am Rapaport Podcast.
You're currently listening to a person who has been suspended yet again. I got suspended yet again on fucking Facebook. I'm assuming that most people listening to this I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast follow me on some version of social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, one of the three. So I post these videos. So I posted this video the other day, which you can't see now, but I will be reposting it, skewed, explaining my side of the story. I posted this video that was up for about 24 hours of this man and woman standing outside of a parking lot, and the man clearly is scratching underneath the jeans, not outside the jeans. The man has his hand up what I assume is his girlfriend's ass, underneath the jeans, skin on skin. So he's not like touching her jeans outside her pants, like rubbing her ass. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't make you go viral. He's got his hand up her ass. Okay, that's crazy. And then the video shows him take his hand out of her ass and stick it in front of the woman's face. And the woman, she smells it. She sniffs it and like approves of the smell. And then they go back to standing there waiting to get picked up for it looks like a cab or something like that. So I saw the video. I did what I do. I narrated it, yada, yada, yada. 24, 36, I don't fucking know. I don't fact check. See, I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. We don't fact check anything, nothing at all. The video gets taken down on Instagram. It's up on Facebook. Day later, video gets taken down on Facebook, and I get suspended for 30 fucking days, 30 days in the fucking hole from Facebook. Now, a lot of people have said to me, Mike Rapp, you haven't Willie Hutched anybody in a long time. Mike Rapp, we need you to Willie Hutch more people more frequently. And I'm like, listen, the Willie Hutching, this is not planned. It has to happen organically. That's the beauty of the Willie Hutching experience. Well, this cocksucker, this motherfucker, Zuckerberg, I call him Zuck the fuck. You, my friend, are getting Willie Hutched. Miles Jordan, give me that sweet, sweet Willie. Yes. Motherfucking Zuckerberg, you motherfucker, you suspend me. First of all, Duke, you funny looking motherfucker, you. There's all kind of naked asses all over both your platforms, Facebook, Instagram. But you come after me, the motherfucking gringo mandingo, because I am showing one man scratching another woman's ass, and they're enjoying themselves. She didn't have a problem with it. She wasn't violated with it. You suspend me because I post the video? Did you suspend those sick motherfuckers for indecency? Zuckerberg, you dusty sweatshirt wearing motherfucker. Baby, don't do it. You was sitting in a motherfucking high chair when you testified in front of Congress. And you was talking greasy, you was shook on the yard, but you suspend me for this nonsense? Your whole system is suspect, and you worrying about me? Duke, you got motherfucking Russian robots running Facebook, and you suspended me? Putin got multiple accounts, and you're coming after me? You mad because Elon Musk is smarter than you, Duke? Are you mad because that motherfucker is smarter than you? You're not Albert Einstein. You ain't Albert Einstein, my man. You're just a goofy motherfucker who wears sweatshirts. Let me tell you something, Duke. Nobody likes you, B. You're not relatable, Duke. You didn't even create Facebook, did you? Them goofy looking twins, the rowers, they created that shit. I saw the movie. Motherfucker who played you made you even more likable than you really are in real life. In real life, you're not likable, Duke. You was in a motherfucking high chair a few weeks ago testifying in front of Congress. Why was you so nervous, Duke? Why were you sweating? Cut that willy. There you have it. So if you do not see me on Facebook for the next 30 days, you now know why. This motherfucker shut me down. He did not suspend the people that were out there playing grab ass, literally playing grab ass. They didn't get suspended. They got off scot-free.
I am Rapaport Podcast.
One of these stupid hip hop anniversaries I saw on Chris Rock's page. I had to go after him a little bit. The anniversary release, I don't know if it was 7 years, 8 years ago. I don't give a fuck. It's a good record. But Chris Rock posted a few days ago on his page, 8 years ago, the best record of all time was released, My Beautiful, Dark, Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. And I was like, wait, whoa. The best record ever? It didn't say the best hip hop record ever, which it's definitely not. He said the best record ever. And I'm like, I had to read it 3 times. Like, Chris Rock, what the fuck are you talking about, Duke? This is not the best record ever. You shitting on John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. You're shitting on Stevie Wonder. You're shitting on a whole. This is not even the best hip hop record. This is not even top 10 of my personal favorite hip hop records. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the best record ever. And I'm like, yeah, it's got some good songs on it. The shit's imperfect. I don't even think it's the best Kanye West record. So I had to go on his page and I was like, says who, Duke? This is not even in my top 10 hip hop records of all time, let alone best records of all time. And then people like, well, says Chris Rock, Duke. They're calling me Duke. I'm like, nah, Duke. That's not even in my top 10, Duke. And again, over the Thanksgiving Day weekend, I didn't have my computer with me. I didn't have the golden I Am Rapaport stereo mics with me. I had my phone with me, but I'm like off the top of my head, I'm not even going to state any of the obvious hip-hop records that are better than My Beautiful, Dark, Twisted Fantasy by corny-ass Kanye West. It's a dope record. There's a lot of dope songs on it, but again, I don't think it's his best record, and it's certainly not the best record, the best album of all time. I'm like, the Beatnuts' first record is better than that. Breaking Atoms by Main Source is better than that. Illmatic is absolutely positively a better record than that. We're not mentioning any Jay-Z records or any Tribe records or any other Wu-Tang records. Shit, the best record ever. Get the fuck out of here. You gotta be fucking kiss my motherfucking songs in the key of life, motherfucker. Shit. Chris Rock. I'm a big fan of Chris. I know Chris Rock. I like him. I respect him. But sometimes he talks a little bit highfalutin about what he knows about hip hop. Sometimes he talks like in everything he says, and he wasn't even like, what do you think? Slow your roll, Duke. So I had to troll Chris Rock. I'm a fan of him, but I had to do it. I was like, I can't let somebody say something that I don't think is true, who's got a big voice, just get away with saying something that I don't think is true, warranted, or valid. So I had to speak my motherfucking truth. And then people tried to troll me and blah, 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 blah. But no one else said that was celebrating Kanye West anniversary, 8th anniversary of My Beautiful, Dark, Twisted Fantasy, because I don't think anybody else thinks of it that way. I think people think it's a really good record with some dope songs, but not the best record ever. It's not even top 10 hip-hop records ever. Speaking of hip-hop, and I say it in air quotes, this Tekashi 6ix9ine, who I like. I can't stand his music. His music is trash. But the reason why I like Tekashi 6ix9ine is that he self-admittedly knows his music is trash. I respect that. I respect if somebody knows their music is trash and they're very clear on admitting it. He doesn't think he's Rakim. He doesn't think he's Guru. He knows his shit is trash. He got locked up, some federal shit. He's all tied into all this gang shit and all this gangster shit and all this stuff. So right now he's locked up. And I feel the way like stuff's reading. I know somebody who's sort of been following the case closely, who cares a lot about it. I don't care that much about it, but it's in the news and all that shit. When Tekashi 6ix9ine comes out of jail, even if they're saying now he's snitching, it won't hurt him at all. That's one of the things that has changed in hip hop. It will not hurt him at all. Listen, Rick Ross, one of the biggest rappers of all time, was a corrections officer in jail. 50 Cent brought that out and tried to end Rick Ross's career. It only made Rick Ross better. Pusha T destroyed Drake. A couple of weeks later, Drake dropped his biggest record of all time. Things done changed in this game. Things done changed in this game. So if this dude makes it out of prison, it will not stop him or slow his career down at all. You remember last year, or maybe about a year and a half ago, somebody help me. I'm asking the question here. This whole thing was going on in Washington, D.C., with all these young black girls they were saying were disappearing. And there was a whole Bring Our Girls Back campaign. Where are our girls? There was like 27 young black women, young girls, teenagers, this, that, and the other, that had disappeared, that were missing persons. Reports were filed on these people. It was all over the internet. Bring our girls back. Bring our girls back home. Not to be confused with the campaign that was going on in Africa. This was in Washington. This was around the time that Trump first got elected. Maybe a few months after that. Whatever happened to that fucking story? Can somebody send the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast some information? You know, you could email us anything you want, everything and anything you want at I Am Rapaport Podcast. I Am Rapaport Podcast at gmail.com. Can somebody fact check and try to get to the bottom of what the fuck happened with that whole situation? Did they ever bring their girls back? I'm not making light of it. But that was like a big, big thing. A lot of celebrities were involved. And then all of a sudden, nothing. We're not doing sick fucks of the week on this I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. But we will be back 3 episodes this week. Today, obviously, we're doing Primetime Premium Wednesday, early evening. And then, of course, we're coming back to smack you across the motherfucking face Friday with a smacker. There will be a bunch of sick fucks of the week on those episodes. And, of course, as we head into December, we have the tough decision-making process to wean out the 2018 sick fuck of the year. And trust me, the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast think tank is going to be working long, hard, and in overtime to try to figure out who is the sickest fuck of 2018. That being said, if I could get to the bottom of who is behind this, and this is totally true, a crowdfunding, which is like GoFundMe, has put together enough money to open up in these United States of America the world's first consent-focused robot brothel. Okay? This is a brothel where you can go in there, pick a robot to, be intimate with. But the craziest shit is that it's consent-based. So the robot has to approve who's fucking it. So there's a chance that you can be like, oh, I want to be with Wendy the robot. And Wendy the robot could be like, nah, Duke, you're not my type. Now, where are we at? Where are we at with this shit? Imagine you go to a consent-based robot brothel. You got on some cologne, you put on like a new shirt. You know, you got a little pep in your step. You're like, tonight I'm going to get lucky. You go to the robot brothel and you're like, yo, I'm trying to get with Wendy. Yo, Wendy, come here. He's like, you know, talks to the robot. And the robot's like, I'm not fucking with you. What will that do to a motherfucker? How do you think a motherfucker will feel if he goes and gets rejected by a motherfucking robot hooker? Where do you go from there when you get rejected by a robot? There's no place to go, but you're already at the bottom. Shit's never going to be sweet. Like, you can't walk away from that. It's one thing to go to a singles bar, go to a club, and chicks are just not fucking with you. It's a whole other ball. It's a whole other can of worms to go to a robot consent brothel and get turned down by a motherfucking robot. Yo, this is not, where are we at? I can't support that. That's not working for me. I feel bad for the dude, the first guy who's going to walk in there with no chick. Like, you walk into the robot bar and you walk out by yourself. You walk out literally with your dick in your hands.
I am Rapaport Podcast.
This came from the sub magazine of the Hipster Manifesto New York magazine. It's called The Cut. The Cut. They put out an article the other day. I can't stand this fucking magazine. I can't stand New York Magazine at all. Why do I read it? Because it's called New York Magazine, and they do have some interesting profiles on people. I know you probably said, why do you read it? That's why. Okay? I follow them on social media. They put out this article the other day, and the title of the article in The Cut, you can look it up. It's called The Cut. The article came out the other day, and it says, the phenomenon of bud sex, quote unquote bud sex, like buds, like we're buddies. The phenomenon of bud sex between straight rural men. They're celebrating this. Now, I don't care what you do. I don't care what anyone does. Gay, straight, hide it, ashamed of it, not ashamed of it. I don't give a fuck. But I'm telling you right now, this is not a motherfucking phenomenon. People are making this shit up because I'm not sitting around the room with like Doug, Danny, and Mark being like, yo, y'all trying to fuck tonight or what? Like, that doesn't happen with me. Now, I'm sure that does happen every now and then, but why are you celebrating that? See, the hypocrisy of it is, why are you celebrating it? If that's what they're doing, why are you also writing articles about it? And if it's a phenomenon between straight rural men, don't you think those straight rural men that they break down in the article that don't identify as gay, you think they want you blowing them up in the Hipster Manifesto called New York Magazine? Let them freak off as they want to freak off in private. They want to go horseback riding, climb mountains and shit, and then freak off. That's their business. Why are you blowing up the spot? All right, listen, we've been rocking for an hour. An hour of power. The Power Hour. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast Power Hour. Of course, my name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo, a.k.a. the Jake LaMotta of podcasting, a.k.a. the Pusha T of podcasting. Talked a whole bunch of shit about a bunch of things. Listen, check those records out. Still 1982 by Static Selector and Terminology. Check out Black Thought, Streams of Thought, Volume 2. We will be back Wednesday evening with prime time premium podcasting. And we'll be back Friday with another smacker. The Rocky I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast Chronicles are on the way. Miles Jordan, take us out of here with something real nice, something real proper. I'm out.